and welcome back to The Exchange for our Round 12 Barossa Light and Gawler Women's Footy Show. Aisha,
season's flying.
This is too much. This is too much. We've got plenty of content to cover tonight. Back at our favourite spot, The Exchange. We can't wait to get involved with you guys. But before we jump too far in, massive thank you once again to all of our sponsors. Aish, we're jumping to a little bit of a different shaped ball for our Rams Homeline good news story of the week. Our good news story actually goes to the Matildas. Our FIFA Women's World Cup Aussie team played an opener this week. How great is female sport, no matter what it is?
Oh, it's just amazing. Just seeing women doing their thing and so passionate about it, and just having the whole country behind them. Incredible.
Absolutely, absolutely massive stage, and we really encourage everybody tune in this next couple of weeks as the FIFA World Cup happening here in Australia. We may never see it again in our lifetime. It was really great to see the Matildas take on Ireland this week, winning 1-0 in their opener. They had a record crowd of 75,784 in Sydney, and the national broadcast reached 4.8 million people.
Just insane. That is just incredible.
Those stats alone just really go to show how amazing our female athlete program is, how amazing the Matildas are, and that is why this week they've got our good news story of the week.
Yes.
And really great to see, once again, AFLW players support behind them, Aish.
Yeah, it was really great to see a lot of the AFLW players go to their practice match down at Marvel Stadium. So I think they had like a little corporate box there, and it was just so good to see the support behind them.
Amazing, and that's what I mean. Again, AFLW, they've reached a professional level in their sport, being able to show their support to the Matildas and the girls on those teams as well. Absolutely incredible. So definitely get a chance to tune in, guys. We encourage you guys to all do that. We love good news stories of female athletes, no matter the sport. So don't forget to tune in to the Matildas this coming week. We jump now into round 12, Aish.
Oh.
A lot of footy. A lot of footy is happening, a lot of footy to go. But we had round 12 jumping in, Gawler Central taking on Newry. Gawler Central kicking 11 goals 13 at 79 to Newry's 2 goals to 14. I was out there today watching.
What do you think, Baz?
I genuinely think that first half, Newry was all over it. I think, again, props to Rivo. We had a little bit of a chat today, and I think it's really good to see Newry has the game plan. They've got the game plan. They've got the strategy.
First step, like, to have that in your first season.
100%. They've got the strategy there. They've got the coaching there with Rivo. They just need to be able to execute it. And with time will come those players who can do it. They'll be able to fill a full side, get the numbers behind it. And I genuinely think Newry next couple of seasons is going to build up and be really dangerous.
Girls just keep putting that time and effort in, and all it takes is practice. Practice makes perfection.
Absolutely. And Newry had their goal kickers in Renee Richardson and Em Boothie with their best Jess Shermer, Maddie Rolak and Renee jumping in third. Renee had a cracker out in the track. It was a pretty physical game out there. But again, props to Gawler Central. They had an absolute cracker. And we've got a few good bests in there for GC in Izzy Price, Shannon Murphy and Ash Baker. Bit stiff to get third, Ash kicking 4, and very stiff for Keezy kicking 3 with Caitlin Cotter with 2 as well. Great to see,
girls, yeah.
Great to see Shannon Murphy back in there as well. I think Murph was really strong out in the field. She's really needed on that GC side. I think being able to take some really strong overhead marks again. She's got the likes of Ash Baker and Keezy being able to come through and assist her through as well.
Definitely. Just a massive kick on her, like
100%.
Watch out, that goes for miles.
100%, and that's been a really good game out there today. Once again, Gawler Central was just able to get scoring across the line. They, again, 11 goals 13, they had a cracker, but again, Newry, I think, have the strategy there. Just being able to perform is just something. Getting the numbers on that squad, but again, that will come with time.
It's a work in progress, girls, so keep going.
100%, and really good. Again, good support from the club there and Ribble as well. Still loving to see the player takeover on Newry's Instagram every week.
They're the best.
I'm frothing that. Our second game for the weekend was Barossa and Williston. Barossa kicking no goals, 3 points, 3 to Williston's 5 goals, 9 at 39. This was a bit of a game of the round, Aish, and once again I was out there today watching this. The sun was out, great day for footy, and this was a great game. I think first quarter, Barossa went into it, and I genuinely think Williston was a bit shaken up and went,
anyone's game.
Here we go. But once again, Williston, very composed. under the great leadership of Megs, I think she would have just said to the girls, calm down, do what we do best, and as always,
back to basics. Yeah.
Williston does it best, and they were able to play some really calm, collected footy. So Barossa's best in Kira Tonkin, Hayley Henking, and Tiana Groverman.
Two familiar names there popping up once again.
Absolutely. Again, Tiana Groverman got a lot of tackles laid on her and laid a lot of tackles. T dangerous in the mid as always.
Few sore bodies in today.
Definitely. Again, Williston with the bye next week, I think they might need it. But Williston's best were in Lily Bornhold, Jessie Sanford, and Nikita McRosty, with Sarah Mack kicking 3 and a couple of other single goals across the board. Lily Bornhold
had a cracker.
I watched her today, and genuinely, Barossa scoring no goals was probably riding on Lily's back. She genuinely just took some really important marks or really important intercepts as it was coming into goals. And she's got one of those kicks. She's able to clear it out of that forward line.
That's exactly what you want down there.
100%.
Meant to be loving that.
Yeah, definitely had some amazing, really game-changing touches. So great game for Lily out there. Nikita McRosty, always very strong for them. But I think, again, they've got 3 McRostys on the team. All 3 of them had a cracker today.
They're guns.
All that little bit taller as well. So I think that was really important in Williston's midfield. Once again, Barossa has a very strong midfield. A little bit of the shorter stature. But they definitely, it was a great midfield battle out there today. And we've got our last game of the round, Tanunda v South. Tanunda kicking 17 goals, 19, 121 to South scoreless. Great to see Tanunda putting some stats up, H.
Yes, really good to see them kicking some goals.
Absolutely, we love to see it, especially in Alicia Healy kicking 6. So.
Just a nice day out in the park.
Mate, she's a midfielder. Wouldn't hear about it. But Tanunda's best in Mackenzie Thompson, Alicia Healy and Caitlin Stafford, which is really great to see. Again, Caitlin Stafford plays a lot of defence. I think she's really important for that team.
She really is, yeah.
Once again, to be able to hold South scoreless, I think she would have had a really good crack into the reason for
Definitely
that.
with her leadership out there and just knowledge. So really
100%, and that's me. Mackenzie Thompson, Alicia Healy, no doubt. Dangerous kind of duo in that midfield.
Very dangerous.
Alicia kicking 6, you can't beat that.
No, not at all.
Tanunda really needs that skill coming back again. Alicia coming from a sample side herself, I think it's very important, and you can see that leadership coming through on the field again. Barossa only played against them last week. Being able to hear how she's out in the field, just encouraging those girls and being able to bring that little bit more of experience, a little bit more leadership.
Just lifts everyone up around.
100%. Tanunda is, definitely would be wanting to lock and load her in for the next couple of seasons.
For sure.
South, again, wasn't sure of their own best in Shane Dredge and Anya Jackson and Kylie Hocking. Shane Dredge's
just gone on holidays, just out down Europe. Yeah,
absolutely. Tan was fresh, got in the best. I love to see
it.
Just
going back, so good to her.
Absolutely. So really great to see her coming back from a little Euro adventure and sliding into the best. Once again, she was definitely missed by South the last couple of weeks. Definitely. So to be able to come back in, get in the best, you can see again, she's one of those little bit more experienced leader players on that squad.
Steps up and takes that role.
Definitely. And Anya Jackson coming in second best this week. She actually played her 50th club game in
the under 16s today, which she had a cracker of a game. There was one play where she just ran through the middle, just took a couple bounces and then hit up a lead in the 50s.
Amazing. So to play your 50th game for the club in the 17s, 51st on the same day, to get in the best. And pat yourself on the back. Congratulations.
She
amazing.
One to watch out for. So
definitely to have a younger player like that being able to come through, play 2 games a day, get in your best. Again, I think Anya's one. Note down that name because I think again she's going to be detrimental to keep it South for their development of that squad. Round 12, Aish. We're done. Leading into round 13. It's all happening here. Again, we've loved having this season with you guys. We've got a couple of weeks to go.
Finals time. We're just getting close to finals.
The F word's coming through. And you know what? I get excited. I think everybody's starting to get excited as we're leading into these last couple of weeks. People start fine-tuning their lists. Get your girls out to training, really get some good games on the board because this is when the nitty-gritty starts really coming through.
And it really shows with the team and the trainings and the effort that everyone's put in towards this end of the season.
Absolutely.
I feel like this is the most important part.
100%. These last few weeks before finals are so important, so make sure girls throw your support behind your teams, whether that's playing, volunteering, getting to training, doing what you can. It's nearly finals time. But before we get too excited, we'll jump into round 13 and give our tips for next week. We've got Light taking on Gawler Central. What a game, Ash.
Oh, I don't actually know who to pick. Oh, it's going to be such a good game.
This is one of those games I think once again really important. I think they're battling in that third, fourth range.
Yeah.
They're both looking for the win.
I'm going to back Gawler Central's in, I reckon.
I like it.
Yeah, got a couple of key strong players that I reckon going to take the reins.
Definitely. I'm going to back Light. They're coming off of the bye this week, so I'm hoping they're going to come in well rested. But again, that's going to be an absolutely awesome game.
Looking forward to that.
We've got Newry taking on Tanunda, another tough battle. Ash, what do you reckon?
I think Tanunda might have this one. They've gained a bit of confidence after this week, so hopefully they can keep that going and keep working together and get that win on the board.
100%, I'm with you on that one. I think Tanunda having a massive 100-plus point win this week. A little bit of confidence. Alicia Healy's back. Caitlin Stafford's back.
I don't think it's not going to be easy. Newry will put up a good fight.
But again, another great round of footy. And lastly, we've got South v Barossa. Aish.
I might have to back your Barossa girls in for this week. They've got a pretty strong midfield, like you said, and they just keep rolling through. So I think that they might have that this week.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump on the Barossa wagon as well. Again, coming off a loss to Williston this week, I think a few girls are wanting to get a little bit more confidence out on the track. They'll be looking for a good win. We've got Williston having a bye as well. Well deserved after the last couple of weeks. Once again, they are very comfortable going into finals. Ace, do you think anybody could give them a run?
I do. I think Barossa are up there, definitely. And Light also.
Definitely, and that's something that'll be very interesting seeing into finals time.
Yeah.
Can Williston just hold on? I think they can. They keep lock down their fundamentals, keep their heads up, and have a breath of fresh air and just get through. Once again, I think they're going to have an amazing.
Anything can happen.
Absolutely, and that's I think Barossa, Light, and GC are all in the running to come up and have a good crack in finals. But Ash, that wraps us up for this week. We will see you guys back here at the Exchange next week, getting ready for round 13.